Hi, this is Maureen. Welcome to our West Coast Weave channel. Today I want to go over our West Coast Weave Etsy shop camera strap kits that we sell. And I'm also going to give a few weaving tips and a few sewing tips. But let's go to the product first. So these are do-it-yourself camera strap kits. These are ideal for weavers and for other fabrics. They will work well as well, such as a quilted one. So we offer two different widths, 2-inch and 1.5. We have black, tan, and brown leather. They're made with double cap rivets. They're the same on the front and the back. So for the leather ones, there's no really right and wrong side. We have two different widths of the webbing that attaches to your camera. The 3/8 is the standard. And then we have a 1/2 inch here for those who prefer a wider webbing. However, you do have to make sure that you measure your camera strap mount. Most camera straps, cameras fit the 3/8 as their standard width. This older vintage camera can accommodate a 1/2 inch, but you'll need to measure your camera strap mount before you purchase. Over here we have we offer a non-leather product. So these are what we call our vegan do-it-yourself camera strap kits. And they're really nice. They make a nice finished product. Some people prefer that. The one difference when you're sewing them on is you have to know there's a right and a wrong side. Because when we're constructing them, we have to tuck the webbing underneath and rivet them together. And so that tucked in side is your wrong side, and then the smooth side is your right side. So both are really great products, and it makes it easy for you to complete your project with a quality do-it-yourself kits. So let's go over to the weaving. Give you a few tips here. I weave with an Ashford loom, and when I'm making camera straps, I put it on the full length, so the total longest length I have, and that will give me enough strapping to make 2 camera straps. I use mercerized cotton, and I double it up when I'm warping. So a 1.5 strap, I will have 27 heddled and 26 unheddled to get 1.5 inches. If I'm making a 2-inch strap, I will have 36 unheddled and 37 heddled, approximately. Some patterns it just vary slightly. I purchased my yarn at Camilla Farms in Canada online, and I will provide a link to that where you can purchase that if you wish. Before we go over to do the sewing, you're going to need a heavy-duty sewing needle. So I use a number 16 denim needle. And you always have to make sure they're sharp or they will break, and you don't sew quickly. That'll risk your breaking a needle as well. When you change your needle, make sure you oil your machine because it keeps it working smoothly. Yeah, so that's that. Let's go over here now to my sewing machine. And let's go in front of you, Keith. And I'm going to demonstrate first how I finish off the raw edges of a strap. The stitch that I'm going to use is a stretch stitch. That's this one here. And you can see it's sort of got a straight line there. And then in between there's the zigzag. And that really gives a nice edge for tucking in the woven threads. So I'm going to put it on the stretch stitch here, put it on the chosen stretch stitch that I want. I do a middle length of stitch, and then I always start in the center, put it on reverse, I go to the edge and stitch forward. Remember not to go too fast. Then I go to the outside edge, go back, reverse to the middle, lift up the presser foot here. Use your, to get off those pesky little threads. And then your trim scissors, cut as close to your sewing line as you can. And that gives you a nice edge. And then I make a little V here, put them together. Back to the middle. Then I'm going to do my straight stitch. And that's what I do to get it ready to sew on the end. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so to finish off this little presentation, I have this camera strap that's almost completed. I've got one end on, and now I have to put the other end on, of course. And I've already finished off the edge, and then I've sewed my little V there. And all I have to do now is tuck it through the loop, tuck it under again, and then I'm going to baste it in place using some hand stitching. So all I do is hand stitch lightly all the way around, and that'll keep it nice and in place before I do this machine stitching. So I always double check before I do the machine stitching, just to make sure I've got everything in place, that I haven't sewn them on upside down, you know, the wrong side or something. And then I'm going to use my black thread to sew down each side, and then I'm going to finish across the middle. I use, like in this one, a natural colored thread because I don't want a big dark thread across the middle. So I use polyester all-purpose thread, and that camouflages it. That's called a stitch in the ditch. So you just sew in between rows, and that gives it a nice finish. All right, thank you very much. I hope you found that useful. Please leave a comment, give us a thumbs up or subscribe, and if you have any requests for other videos, please let me know. Thank you very much.